A very interesting game was played between the legendary Garry Kasparov, former world champion, and Rey Enigma, a Spanish player who promotes chess while dressed in a checkered outfit, just like a chessboard. And truth be told, his level of play is quite high. We don't know his true identity, but there's no doubt he's a chess master. Rey Enigma has over 2 million subscribers on YouTube and is known internationally. This game took place in Paris, France, in 2022, and it was truly spectacular. So sit back, relax, and get ready to enjoy a great battle. Alright, without further ado, let's jump into the game. Garry Kasparov has the white pieces, and Rey Enigma has the black pieces. The game begins with e4, c5, Sicilian Defense. Rey Enigma has a course called the Enigmatic Sicilian, which is actually the Kalashnikov variation. And just like that, the matchup gets interesting. Knight f3, knight c6, bishop b5. The Rossolimo attack. Kasparov chooses this move instead of the traditional pawn to d4, which would lead to the open Sicilian. That means we won't see the Kalashnikov variation. However, Rey Enigma's course also covers this, how to play against the Rossolimo attack. The game continues with e5. This is a secondary option, but precisely the one Rey Enigma recommends in his course. Black takes control of the d4 square, but at the cost of weakening d5. It's a trade-off. After all, in chess as in life, you can't have it all. Castle kingside. Bishop d6. c3, with the obvious idea of playing pawn to d4 under the best possible conditions. Quick note. Don't forget to support this video with a like and a comment. It really helps the channel, because that way the algorithm will recommend these videos to more and more people. Thanks so much for your support. Okay, the game continues with pawn to a6, attacking the bishop. Bishop takes c6. D takes c6, opening the diagonal for the queen's bishop. d4. C takes d4. C takes d4. Bishop g4. D takes e5. Bishop takes f3. Queen takes f3. An inaccuracy by Kasparov. Better was queen takes d6. Bishop takes e4. Queen b4, attacking the bishop, but also the b7 pawn. And after bishop takes b1. Rook takes b1. Queen d7, defending the b7 pawn. Now bishop e3, and it would lead to a middle game with a bishop clearly more powerful than the knight. White would have a clear advantage. Let's get back to the game. As I said, queen takes f3 was played by Kasparov. Rey Enigma bishop takes e5. Knight d2. Queen f6. Queen b3, targeting the b7 pawn. b5. A natural move, but actually an inaccuracy. It would have been better to give up the b7 pawn and complete development by playing knight e7, good move, and after queen takes b7, then castle kingside, followed by rook fb8, and black would pressure the poor b2 pawn with 3 pieces. Black would be fine. Back to the real game. As I mentioned, b5 was played by Rey Enigma. Kasparov knight f3. h6, preventing bishop g5. Pawn to a4. Knight e7. Another inaccuracy by Rey Enigma. With this, the Spaniard allows exchanges on b5. Better was b takes a4. Rook takes a4. Rook b8. Queen a3. Knight e7. Knight takes e5. Queen takes e5. Bishop e3. Castle kingside, giving up the a6 pawn, but attacking the b2 pawn. Black is okay. Let's return to the game. As I said, knight e7 was played by Rey Enigma. Kasparov pawn takes b5. C takes b5. Queen takes b5 check. Excellent move. Kasparov sacrifices his queen in exchange for winning 2 rooks in the trade. Pawn takes b5. Rook takes a8 check. King d7. Rook takes h8. This way, we have reached a middle game clearly favorable to Kasparov, thanks to his material advantage. Knight c6. b3. Kasparov prevents the loss of the b-pawn, but this isn't the most dynamic move given the position. Much better was rook d1 check. King c7. Knight takes e5, always simplifying the game. Knight takes e5, bishop e3, and so on. Let's get back to the game. As I mentioned, b3 was played by Kasparov. Rey Enigma g5. Rey Enigma misses the chance to remove his bishop from the knight's threat. It was better bishop c3, keeping pieces on the board. Back to the real game. As I said, g5 was played by Rey Enigma. Kasparov knight takes e5 check. Knight takes e5. Rook b8, attacking the b5 pawn. Queen c6. Bishop e3. Queen takes e4. Rook takes b5. Knight g4. Things only get worse for Rey Enigma. Rook d1 check. King e6. Rook e1. Eyeing both the black queen and king through an x-ray. King d7. h3, attacking the knight. Knight takes e3. Rook takes e3. The position keeps simplifying, and this endgame, 2 rooks versus a queen, should be a piece of cake for white. The game continues with queen b1 check. King h2. Queen f1, attacking the f2 pawn. Rook f5, defending the f2 pawn, but also attacking the f7 pawn. h5. Rook takes f7 check. King c6. Rook f6 check. King c7. This dubious move only helps white set up a checkmate position. Rook e7 check. King d8. Rook g7. And this is where Rey Enigma decides to resign, seeing that mate is inevitable in a few moves, unless black sacrifices the queen, which is clearly a very painful option. What an exciting battle between Garry Kasparov and Rey Enigma. I should mention that this game was played in Blitz time control, but even so, I believe it was highly instructive, interesting, and entertaining. This matchup actually consisted of 2 games, and the final score was 2-0 in favor of Kasparov. In this video, I shared with you the most interesting of the 2. As I said in the introduction, no one knows Rey Enigma's true identity, and that's exactly why he goes by that name. In English, it would be King Enigma. And while his identity remains a mystery, there's one thing we can be sure of. This guy is a true chess master. Grandmasters like Magnus Carlsen and Hikaru Nakamura have already played against Rey Enigma, and both of them have said that he's around 2,400 yellow, which would make him an international master. What do you think? Is Rey Enigma an international master? Or maybe he's a lower-titled player who's just incredibly skilled at Blitz? Or could he actually be a grandmaster in disguise? Feel free to share your opinion in the comments section. I hope you enjoyed the game and my analysis. Don't forget to support this video by giving it a like, leaving a comment, subscribing to this channel, and sharing it with your friends. See you in the next video. Take care.